Welcome back to another episode on Ohanacraft, episode 2. So on this episode, I need to make some farms. I mean, yes, we have the water blade, which you can kind of see part of it behind me, but we need to make some other farms. We need to be trading with our villagers so we can get some better armor. I mean, we got all kinds of things we need to start doing here. So we got to up our game a bit. So let's make some starter farms. I probably should have made this before now, but hey, you know what priorities. Beautiful house, priorities. Okay, so we are going to make a sugarcane farm and a pumpkin and melon farm. So I've got it all kind of prepped, so let's go take a look. So let's just enter in through the basement door and head into the main deeper basement where I have everything prepped and ready to go. So in here will be the sugarcane farm. So I have it all emptied out, carved out. We've got the dirt placed for where the sugarcane will go, and I even have the hoppers already kind of counted out and placed. Now, you might already know this, but with hoppers, you kind of have to be careful that when you place them, they're pointing in the correct direction. You see how this one is pointing to the right? That means it's feeding to this one here, which this one's also pointing the same direction, which feeds into this hopper, which feeds into that hopper, it feeds into that hopper, etc., until you get into this chest. As you can see, this last one, you can barely see it. It is pointing right into the chest. So if we go over here and, for example, place a sugarcane, and if we go down here, there it is, sugarcane. It feeds down the line of hoppers into the chest. So if you're ever having problems with your hoppers, it's not feeding into the chest, one thing you want to double check is just make sure they're all facing the right direction, pointing into the hopper next to it, or make sure also that there's no redstone nearby, because redstone will mess these guys up. I was talking to Mempap owner, who is, one of the things he loves doing most in the game is making farms. And he suggested that blue ice is the way to go for underneath your water stream for item collection, because items will move faster if they have the water stream on top of blue ice or regular ice. Now, because the server has a lag prohibitor where dropped items get removed, this way, if they get into the hoppers faster, we have less items that are just lost due to that feature. Okay, so we have the blue ice placed. Next, let's grab the water. Put one bottle here, and it flows down and ends perfectly at the hopper. And then we need 8 pistons, we need a couple observers, and we need some redstone. Again, this might be, you might be familiar with this, you might not, but when you're placing your piston, you have to make sure that you place it 1 block above the sugarcane, because if you do it too low, it'll break the sugarcane. Sugarcane can't regrow. So you want to put it 1 block above, just like that, okay? Next is, let's place the rest of them, and then we'll place the observers. Okay, observers are next. Now, depending on how many observers you put in is depending on how quickly it'll fire and break the grown sugarcane. So I only decided to do 2 observers for each line, just because I don't want them going too frequently, but just frequently enough. So I figured 2 will probably be a good number for me for what I want for this farm. And there we go, looks good. So now we just got to run the redstone. I like using stone brick to place my redstone so that if I'm doing a remodel or I'm decorating, I know not to break the block with the stone brick. Otherwise, you know, if you just do it on stone or dirt and you're remodeling and then, oh, whoops, there goes the redstone. So I like using this so I know not to break it, or at least to be a little bit more cautious when I do break it. Stone next, just along the back here, it feeds into that observer and then right down the line. Okay, now let's test it and see how it works. There we go. See that? Beautiful. This side is ready to go. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Look at that. It went right in. Awesome. All right, now let's just repeat and do it for the rest of the area here. Welcome back from that short time lapse. So now that we have it built, we have to decorate it, because we can't just have these for walls. No. So I was thinking about having copper for the flooring. Now I kind of like the look of the red coppery color, the like burnished reddish copper color rather than the greenish one. And then maybe some black stone and cobbled deep slate for accents on the walls. So kind of give it more of like an industrial look. is kind of what I'm thinking. So let me see. I think we have enough wall space that we can put in a little bit of floor here so it's not too tight. Alright, so like that. And then of course I want it the orangey color like that. Alright, I think that'll look good. We'll see. So I place this. Replace that. I kind of like it. Alright, let me play around with that, and then I gotta figure out, let's see, with the black stone and the cobbled deep slate, what do we want to do? So again, I'm kind of looking for like a factory look. So probably some polished, probably some brick, and let's see how this would look. I need to take out some of the wall here. I have to make sure it stays lit though, we don't want mobs to spawn in here. I think that'll do. Alright, let me play around with this and pop up some walls and we'll check back. Alright, I have got the blocks placed for the walls and the floor in there. We just got a few more fun little details to add that I've been playing around with and I got figured out. So let's go behind the stairwell and take a look at what I've got here. So again, like I said, I went with the dark stone and then the copper flooring. So this is kind of what it looks like. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. I mean, the time I may need to come in here is going to be extremely minimal. I'll probably be running in, looking in the chest. As you can see, it's been working well, and that's it. So, but I've got a couple fun little details to add in these little cubbies. I've got them all prepped. So let's add it in. Just some details to kind of help with the little factory look that I'm going for here. So I'm placing down a smoker here, and I'm going to mimic it on this side. And then I'm going to put a dispenser in the ceiling pointing down here and over here, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to add in some grindstones. So I want to place it so that I can see the edge of it. So I have to walk in this way, shift jump, like that. And same thing. Good. Same thing here, shift jump and shift. Okay. And the next item would be the lightning rods. Now this one, in order to get it to place right, you've got to place it on the dirt, break the dirt, and place it on the rod. There we go. See? Pretty fun. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Dirt, place it on the dirt, break the dirt, and place it on top of the rod. Okay. Fun little detail, like some little mechanical little bits or bobs or whatever. And now in here, I want a light source. I don't like having torches all over the place, so I've got to figure out what to do over here for lighting. But over there, I actually have an idea. So we're going to basically make it look like there is a steam tunnel here. So I'm going to hop in my little hole, place some dirt, trapdoor, break the dirt, and get it out of the hole. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. Trapdoor. Now I'm going to add in the crimson trapdoors. So that should work. Maybe. Yes, that does work. Okay. And then a campfire will be hidden inside. We're in. This is going to hurt. Okay, now to get out. Great. And then break this one. Flip them all up. And we should have a steam tunnel. Look at that. Nice little detail there. Oh, I love it. Oh, that looks fantastic. So as I come around the corner to check to see what I've got, and I look up, I'll see that. And that'll be, oh, that makes me so happy. Now I just gotta figure out what to do here. I can't do the steam tunnel over here, I don't think. Well, actually, I suppose I could. I could put one right here, or right here. And that would light it up, and we could take out this torch. Yes, I like that. Let's put it here. Yeah, that'll work. I need to craft actually another set of these items. Let me go grab them, I'll be right back. Alright, I have everything I need, so let's get it placed. Alright, dirt, trapdoor, trapdoor. Okay. Alrighty, that looks like it's good. We just gotta switch out this back area here. That's better. Okay, now we just gotta get the campfire inside. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Move the dirt, place it, and jump. Okay, we made it. Woo! And if everything gets flipped up, remove the torch, and there we go. We have another one. Very nice. Alright, I think this area is done with the one exception. I don't like the white ceiling. I was looking at, what we've been doing, and I don't like it. I guess it's fine for in here, but in the copper hallway, I don't like it. I think I want to replace it with something that has a beautiful bottom, but it's expensive. So here at the crafting table, I can show you what it is. We go into our recipes. It is this. It's a smithing table. I mean, it could be worse. It's 2 iron ingots for one smithing table, but for a whole ceiling, granted the ceiling over there is not too big. Let's grab some wood. Let's craft a couple up right now. That way then I can show you what I'm thinking here. Alright, let's take a peek. Now granted this is only 2 of them, but if you can imagine, yeah, look at that. Look at that ceiling. If this whole area was that, I think it would look a lot nicer, and I think it would fit the theme for this hallway a lot better than what we currently have going on. So yeah, I guess I'm going to be crafting a bunch of these. Okay. Ooh, yay, it's working. Alright, I'll be back as soon as I have that done. Alright, it's installed, and yeah, doesn't that look a lot nicer? That really fits this whole area a lot better than the white ceiling did. So my question now I've got to figure out is, do I leave it here? Do I make some sort of fencing down? I think I might want to put some sort of fencing down. Not necessarily a fence, but maybe some trapdoors. I think that'll look okay. I gotta play around with that. But not right now. I think next is to prepare the next farm. So the next farm can be working and doing its thing while I figure out what to do with that. So the next farm then is our pumpkin and melon farm. That's going to go right underneath that one. Again, I have everything all laid out and ready to go. You can see I've got it counted. So this is going to be basically 2 water streams here and the same thing here. So it's going to be basically 64 plants, if I counted correct. Yeah, I think so. So we're going to need the water, we're going to need the blue ice, pistons, observers, and of course redstone, and a couple stone pressure plates. So the way this works is we'll put the observer here. So we just need something to place here temporarily so we can put the observer. Perfect. See how that lines up? Yep, he's perfect. So now when he receives the signal, because the plant will go right here, then that'll power the block behind him. So let me place the observers. The observers are all placed. So next we have to place down the pistons. So these ones are a little bit trickier because you have to come in, let's see, you want them to be able to break the pumpkin and melon respectively. So just like that. So this one's going to be a little easier to place. So let me go through and do that quickly. Alright, so next we lay down the blue ice and then put in the redstone dust. So let me just do that quickly here. Water streams are next, and then we have to place all the plants. So now with the water streams, there's not going to make it. As you can see, it stops right here. So you just put a pressure plate down and then the next bucket. So we just do that, and you see it flows and ends perfectly. So we just do it over here on the other side, and then we'll have a nice item collection that'll zoom through and into the hoppers, just like we did on the other farm. Alright, so now for the seeds. According to what Min Pap owner was telling me, that if you do every other plant, pumpkin versus melon, they will actually grow faster, which is something that I didn't know, and I don't know if it really makes sense to me, but this is Minecraft. Things don't always make sense. So we'll just go every other. So then give me a moment and I'll get these seeds planted. All the plants are placed. So now let's just take some bone meal and just let's help them along a little bit. Let's make them grow a little bit bigger. You see, every time the stem changes state, look at that. We already had it grow. It was really fast. I don't know if you saw it. So that's the whole idea how this works, is that when a melon or pumpkin grows, the stem turns, and that's what activates the observer. And then the pistons, of course, push the item into our water stream that goes to our collection area. Oh, there one again. Did you see it? There goes. So let me just help these along a bit, and then we can kind of see how many we're getting. All right, so I'm out of bone meal. I got most of them all grown to their mature selves. And we've already got 2 pumpkins and 17 melon slices. That's fantastic. So this should be a pretty good farm for us, and we can just get us some villagers that trade for these items, and we'll have plenty of emeralds to come in. So there we go. We have got our melon and pumpkin farm, and we have our sugarcane farm all built. So that's wonderful. Now we can kind of get going a little bit more on the trading end of things, the villagers. So that'd be good. So the next would be to make that pumpkin and melon farm look pretty. So I'm going to head down here, and I'm just going to kind of mimic what I did upstairs. And I'm just going to do that in a time lapse. So I'm going to kind of play around with it. I'll probably do it again, like almost exactly what I did up there. So kind of encase this whole thing in that dark block, and then make this little hallway with the copper and all that good stuff. Alrighty, enjoy the music. Alright, so now that we have our farms all beautiful and pretty, so here be the sugarcane farm. I did swap out the ceiling. I think that looks a lot nicer. Alright, and then downstairs, as you saw, the pumpkin and melon farm right through here. The hallway still has to be worked out, but hey, priorities. So we got nice little detail here. We got the collection going. Everything doing their thing. We got our little mechanical bits and bobs, and it's looking fantastic. Alright, so now that we're doing basically farms and things, as much as I dread doing this, I think we need to work on our villager converter. So I already got it kind of sectioned out here, but we've got a start of a little trading hall. The problem is that these guys on this wall, they're full price. Look at this Fletcher, for example. Look at the trades for this Fletcher. 32 sticks for an emerald. 14 string for an emerald. Versus the cured guy. Hello, Mr. Fletcher. Let's look at his trades. 26 sticks for an emerald. 8 pieces of string. 8 for an emerald. Yeah, very substantial difference. So that leads me back to over here. I have it kind of roughly, I don't know. This is all supposed to be for the converter area. I like the rail method. I'm not very slick with it though, like some other people I know. But I figure the zombie can sit here. Grr, arg. Right? And then the villager would be like here in his little minecart. Oh no! And then boop, converted into zombie villager. And then we convert him over here, and then he gets released into the pack over there. Which means I need to fetch myself a zombie that can hold items, because it works better if you have a zombie who can hold a sword. So we have to find a zombie who can hold the sword, or an item, and then swap out for a sword. Get him down here, and all that jazz. So let's see, I don't know if it's daytime or nighttime. Let's go find out. It's nighttime. We have a zombie friends. Alright, let me get a name tag ready to go, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we are going to name this zombie Ed. It's a movie reference from Shaun of the Dead. Okay, so let's find out if these guys hold items, but let's not go through that way because they'll get in the house and then it'll be a big problem. Alright, can you pick up my dirt? Can you pick up my dirt? No. Let's find another zombie. Nope. Last zombie of the night, and he does not pick up stuff. Alright, we have to wait till the next night. Check it! Look it. He's got it, already has something in his hand. This guy can hold stuff. Alright, so we have to name tag him so he doesn't despawn. Okay, he's good. Now we gotta get him in the house. Come on, follow me. Come on, in the hole we go. In the hole. Way to go. Alright, he's in. Awesome. That went a lot easier than I thought. Okay, now we gotta get him a sword too. Alright, so let me grab him a sword and some stuff for behind himself. Can take down the barrier now. Alright, got all the dirt mostly cleaned up. He's got beautiful backdrop behind him that matches the walls. I've got mine carts and rails and things all ready to go. So let's see. Let's put that here and boop, boop, boop. Okay. So then in theory the minecart will stop right there and then we'll just have a button to keep it moving along. Now let's get him a shiny new sword. Hopefully he likes it. Okay, give me your shovel. Dude, why aren't you picking up the sword? Well, he won't pick up the sword. Well, at least he has a shovel. I have tried multiple nights to get a zombie that will pick up an item and I've had zero luck. So I don't know if it's disabled on this server or if it's just the way the settings are, is just maybe the percentage is so low to have one of those guys spawn. So anyway, we're going to just go with him because it still works. I did test it on a few of our villagers from our villager breeder, which was, they were in here, and popped them over and bam. However, none of them turned to zombie villagers. They all just died. So again, I wonder if it's just a server setting that maybe nerfs these, or if it's just like maybe on easy level, and the percentages of everything is just so minimal. But also my villager breeder is not working, and I don't know why. So I'm a little frustrated. So I'm going to take a break from that. Let's go upstairs to our second level. Alright, so I've got the area up here blocked out. I needed to kind of de-stress after the fail of the basement. So I've got the shell outside all done. We just have to do the inside now. I need to kind of think as I went when I was working on this one, but I have the thought of what I want the inside of this to be all done. Don't know what I'm going to do for the ceiling, but I think I am going to put like a little attic up there. But let's do a quick time lapse and you can see me put together the floor and ceilings of this room. Enjoy! Welcome back from the time lapse. So we're back in the kitchen. Let's go upstairs and I'll show you not only what you saw in the video, but I added a few more touches and I also finished up the little attic above, including a little area to get up there. So let's go take a look. So from the kitchen, we just come back into this room, which obviously I still have to decorate all these rooms. Go up the stairs, through the door, and bam, here is the room. Don't mind my cat. So I have a little access door to the roof here, so you can come out and kind of view the landscape, see what mobs are spawning, that kind of thing. Head back through the doorway, and the access to get up to the attic is right here. Pop up here. It's just like a simple little abandoned area. You know, some barrels, a plant that died, it was forgotten about and died. You know, what else would you find up in an attic? Alright, sorry about the cat. Alright, so there we go. I've got it all finished. Just gotta, like I said, decorate everything, make everything look more homey. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed, please do so yet. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!